Yo guys, today I'm going to be talking about why the most skillful guns will never be fully meta in Warzone 2. In Warzone 1, we had a few skillful guns that were always meta. In every game, it's going to be hard to get skillful meta guns because not everyone has the highest skill level to use them. But in Warzone 1, it became very ridiculous where there was big guns that killed really fast and guns that killed super slow. So let's say, for example, the FAL killed in like 3 taps. I think at that time, I don't remember what the TTK was, maybe 300 milliseconds or something crazy like that. It killed so fast, but it was hard to use. So they did nerf it at some point, but it was meta because it just was so ridiculous. And while in this game, almost all the guns have very similar TTKs in a small range. For example, the Ladra, the Compact, and the LC10 all almost have perfect, almost within a half a second of each other. Everything's very similar. And would you pick the LC10 or the Compact? Because the Compact is so much harder to use, while the LC10 is so easy to use at the same time. And the Labra is pretty easy to use, but it has its downfalls. It has its range. It has some other issues with the recoil and everything. But think about this. If the LC10 kills faster or as fast as all of them, the LC10 is pretty easy to use, so everyone's just going to use that. It's the new gun. It's all about getting those battle pass sales to try to get those guns fast as possible. Maybe having people buy tiers faster, whatever it is, getting the blueprints. It's all with the new guns being most meta, and they make everything so similar. So all these MW2, MW3 guns that do have the opportunity of being those high skill guns that have those upsides, like the TYR, the video we first ever made for this kind of gameplay series, was a very skillful gun, but it has all the issues of MW2 and MW3 with all the bounce and stuff. So the only few guns that are broken in TTKs, like the FTAC Recon, all have some major downfalls that need to be fixed that would actually make the meta. And at the moment, all the meta guns right now, even this gun I'm using, the Essex, you see very few people using it. Even the pros don't really run it. Maybe you'll see a few people just getting for clips, having fun, because they're not versing the best players, or they're just that good that they don't have to be running the most meta stuff. They can be playing pubs and just kind of fooling around, hitting good clips and stuff like that. Well, pretend about the HDR. The HDR is a pretty skillful weapon, but it still is easy enough to use that it has the advantage of being so useful in one certain area that it has a place in the meta. There's no other gun that can one-shot across the map like that. But think about in the SMG category, why run the Labra when the LC10 can do the exact same thing better in every single way? Same movement speed, same everything. There's not these big differences. And let's say the guns that are a little bit worse, that have some of the things, they don't have anything to make up for them. So it's very much like we drew a line for TTKs all in the middle, but some guns are better than the others, and that will happen in every game. But there's no difference. Almost every gun is almost exactly the same, maybe in a different fire rate and a different everything. Some people like the iron sights on some other things, some people like the iron sights on other things, and it goes even farther than that with aim assist and keyboard and mouse. Me trying to use these guns on keyboard and mouse is a lot harder on controller, just because the iron sights for everything is so much easier to use. And this is one of those games that the iron sights and the visuality of the game is half the issue for PC players. While the aim assist is broken, the PC issue is that you can't see what's going on. The aim assist allows you to just not have to see. So why use keyboard and mouse when, like, the peak of keyboard and mouse is never going to be the peak of controller in this game, just because keyboard and mouse can't be robotic. You're controlled by the direct inputs, while controller has a robot that won't make mistakes. It's always going to do the same thing unless some code issue or some other issue happens. So in a way that even if a keyboard and mouse in reality in almost every other game could be higher skill level, because you could spin faster, you could flick faster, you could do all these things, it's going to make mistakes because it's human error. It's human error, and that's really, the controller doesn't really have that much human error unless you have some full bug or something go crazy wrong. 99% of the time it's going to work for you in the same way that it did work in the other time. So that's why keyboard and mouse isn't as good. So it's all about why use something more difficult than it has to be if everything else is kind of gets the same result, or some things that get worse results. Why use a gun that's harder to use when there's another gun that's easy to use, like the LC10? Even the FFAR nowadays is like easier to use than all the other ARs. Like the AMAX and FFAR, I would say they're about the same difficulty to use at long range. Like, it's kind of crazy with the FFAR can instant kill close range and then kind of struggle at the same way that AMAX does at long range. So it's really like, why run any old guns when you could just run the new stuff? And the SS6 is outclassed because there's the Kar 98's better. The Kar 98 takes skill though, so it's not going to be used by a lot of people. The HDR is going to be used by a bunch of people. So it's just all these guns kind of fall in the middle where it's like, meh, we could use them, but why not just use the Krieg? Why not just use the LC10? Why not just use the FFAR? There really is no reason in this game. There's no, like, I wish the FTAC Recon, something like that, had like 30 or 40 shots in it, because it could literally be part of the meta, because it's hard to use, but when you use it, it's worth it. And that's half the issue, that all these hard guns that are hard to use, very few of them actually have the crazy upsides. The TYR has a very good upside, but it takes so much risk that a normal player is not going to be able to do it consistently. That's all I really have for you guys, though. I appreciate you guys all stopping by. Hopefully you guys will come to the live stream every night. We do TikTok live and we have a bunch of action, bunch of viewers in there all the time. We've been having a lot of fun recently. I just got back from vacation, so it's a little bit slower start now. I was gone for maybe like 24 hours. I streamed in the morning, left, came back the next night, so I didn't really miss that much time. But I appreciate every single one of you guys being here. Thank you guys all for the new subscribers and everything. I really appreciate that. Hopefully you guys stick with me, keep going with this journey. We're really gonna become the next big streamer, you know how it be, right? It be going up slowly. The hope, we envisioning the top, so we're gonna hit that top, baby. So let's keep everyone keep supporting me. It means so much. We are trying to hit 45k likes now. That's our new like goal we're trying to hit. We got to, like, I think 40k last time, and we're still trying to climb up and up and up. We're so close to that goal every night, so I appreciate you guys being there, and I hope you guys have an amazing night and always stay positive. So have a great one.